Money Heist Recap. What has happened in the Netflix show so far? Money Heist is set to come to a thrilling conclusion in its 5th season, with the first half released on Netflix on September 3, 2021. The Spanish crime drama has kept fans enthralled around the globe thanks to its tense and action-packed storyline, which revolves around a group of bank robbers and their meticulously planned heists. Ahead of the first part of Season 5, here is everything that has happened so far in the series. Money Heist, known as La Casa de Papel in Spanish, centers around a mysterious man named the Professor, Álvaro Morte, and the people he recruits to take part in the heist. What happens in Season 1 and 2? Season 1 and 2 focus on an elaborate and ambitious heist of the Royal Mint of Spain, which sees the robbers take over the building and try to leave with $2.4 billion in cash they printed themselves. With the Professor on the outside feeding them information, heist members Tokyo, Ursula Corbero, Berlin, Pedro Alonso, Nairobi, Alba Flores, Rio, Miguel Heron, Denver, James Laurent, Moscow, Paco Tuz, Helsinki, Darko Perik, and Oslo, Roberto Garcia Ruiz head inside to pull off his master plan. The heist on the Royal Mint of Spain is told in 2 parts, with Season 1 focusing on the first few days of the armed robbery and the story interchanging with the present and the Professor in the group's 5-month planning process. The 8 robbers, who all use code names, put the plan into action, printing money, keeping hostages in check, and digging a tunnel to escape, and the Professor works on thwarting the police, even becoming romantically involved with Inspector Raquel Mirlo Itzair Ituno. Despite their meticulous plan, they are faced with a number of setbacks during the course of the heist, including escaped hostages, shootouts, and mutiny amongst the group, while the Professor's identity is close to being revealed multiple times. Even so, Season 2 ends with the robbers successfully escaping the Royal Mint of Spain with $984 million following 128 hours inside the building. Though their triumph comes with a cost: Berlin, Oslo, and Moscow's lives. What happens in Season 3 and 4? Seasons 3 and 4 are set 3 years following the first heist, with the remaining robbers enjoying their lives of luxury until Rio is captured by Europol. In order to get him back, the Professor decides to go through with Berlin's old plan to take over the Bank of Spain and force Europol to let Rio go. He and Raquel, now going by the codename Lisbon, bring the crew back together alongside former hostage Monica Gastonbid, Esther Sebo, now Stockholm, and new members Bo Vital, Havik Kuchkirian, Palermo, Rodrigo de la Serna, and Marcel Lucapiros. The group, with Palermo in charge, sneak into the Bank of Spain, take hostages, and gain access to the country's gold and state secrets, while the Professor and Lisbon stay outside to communicate with both the robbers and police. Colonel Luis Tameo, Fernando Cao, and pregnant Inspector Alicia Sierra, Najwa Nimri are on the case, and while they are forced to let Rio go, they manage to capture Lisbon and gravely injure Nairobi. The Professor declares war on the police at the end of Season 3, and Season 4 starts straight from there, with the group rushing to save Nairobi's life and Tokyo taking control of the heist from Palermo. Palermo works alongside hostage Gandia, the head of security at the bank, in a bid to regain control. However, the latter manages to escape and establishes communication with the police. Gandia also decides to embark on a violent insurrection against the robbers, and he kills Nairobi before the group manage to recapture him. Meanwhile, on the outside, the Professor publicly reveals the unlawful torture of Rio and capture of Lisbon by police, leading to Inspector Sierra's dismissal. Lisbon is freed thanks to his efforts, and she joins her fellow heist members in the bank. But things quickly go wrong for the Professor as the season ends with Sierra finding his hideout and holding him at gunpoint. Money Heist Seasons 1 to 4 and Part 1 of Season 5 are out on Netflix now. Season 5 Part 2 will be released on December 3, 2021.